Welcome back, everybody. Chris here, All in One Gaming Generation, and today we got a tournament report for you guys. It is our monthly cash tournament, our more competitive event compared to our weekly casual tournaments that we have. And yeah, this is a tournament where everybody who wants to play and compete their heart out can come, and they can actually get some good reward, as in for cash. So top 3 got cash this time, and the total was $100 for the prize pool. So, that being said, here are our standings. Keno, shout out to Keno for taking it down 3-0 today. And yeah, it was very interesting to see how he played and stuff like that. And we'll have the gameplays uploaded later on in the week, just to spread them out a little bit for you guys, so you don't get too much gameplay, you know. But yeah, and then second place and third place goes to MG Smith and No Chorus. But overall, these guys were playing out of their mind, and yeah, congratulations to them. They all came with the expectation to win. Some did not win, but that is the game that you play when you are trying to improve and become better. So let's go into the deck list here on the website, which you guys can check this out on the blog page here on the website. But I honestly think, as looking at the first 2 decks, we've seen it in all the other tournaments, we've seen it in SVO, these are pretty much the best 2 decks. Spellboost and Midrange Swordcraft. I mean, they are just as unfair as the game can get currently. They're not super unfair to where they're completely outclassing every other deck, but there is a slight advantage there that, going card per card, tempo by tempo, these decks 9 times out of 10 will win out the matchup. So, with Spellboost, again with the Kakaitis finish and the Kuon finish also, it's pretty hard. And then the 3 Anna and Grea's, one of the best legendaries in the game. It's very hard to beat. And yeah, unless you're playing Spellboost itself in the mirror, or something that can rush us down like aggro, Dragoncraft, or really anything, and actually see your cards to do it, you're fighting an uphill battle. So yeah, but I think at this point, most of the Spellboost deck lists are pretty much the same. Here, there's not really much to change. Like, Norman's in here, Kuon, Kakaitis, Dimension Climb, obviously. And then everything else is just draw through your whole deck to find these cards and your key pieces to just win the game. So, simple Spellboost rune. If you guys aren't playing it, what are you doing? I think it will still be strong going into the next set with, just a power level that it is right now, unless they just print some cards that just completely obliterate it. But enough of Spellboost. Let's talk about the mid-range Swordcraft. And the one card that you don't see in this is the hype card everybody was talking about. I'll put it up here on the screen for the editing purpose. So, but the one that pretty much says 7, put these 2 tokens or 2 Swordcraft followers on your opponent's field, then all the cards that are played this turn can attack. We don't see these in this list, and I think it's for a good reason. I think that card is a little bit bait. And, it's not good currently. I think it still is a good card, but currently with the way these decks are playing out, and especially the way you should be playing, or the way Spellboost is playing against this deck, it's not necessary. So in this deck list, you really don't see it, and I think it was a very good call, because you don't really need it. But yeah, other than that, you aggro out a little bit early when you can get your card stuck on the board, and overall just spamming the board out. And can we just talk about Amelia for a second? Like, just getting a free super evolve after you run out of your super evolves, it's just you know, it's just one of those mechanics that kind of just like bend the rules of the game. Like you're only supposed to have 2 super evolves, and essentially in this deck you can have like 5. And if you really count Olivia's, you can have about pretty much double that. So again, this deck is borderline a little bit unfair, and I'm tired of seeing it on a ladder, but I'm not tired of seeing it winning these tournaments, and I'm glad that, you know, people are getting the reps in and understanding how to play the deck, and it's pretty much optimized at this point for the meta. So again, another deck, if you are not playing, please pick it up, please. So yeah, that was the top 2 decks. Again, no surprise for Rune and Swordcraft. And going on to our second place, Chuny Clan representative MG Smith. He brought Abyssgrass, and I think this deck is it's really good. It's like right there below the 2 that we just talked about, but you know, it can still go toe to toe. And you know, if you are really hard set on playing Abyss and you are an Abyss main, I think you are in good hands, and this is a deck list that you can definitely copy and pretty much try out. And again, cool little feature that Shadowverse has. If you guys come to the website, save this picture to your phone or save it to your computer, upload it to Shadowverse, you get this deck list right away, right into your client. Yeah, you might not have the legendaries due to the economy, but that's another story, and you need to talk to your wallet about that. So overall, still, I think this deck is a nice little contender. It does a lot of things. Medusa is a broken card. Cerberus is a good card. If you took this SVO, I think you'd be good. So yeah, that's the Abyssgrass deck that got second place. And going on to Forestcraft, Roach just does Roach things, and it's really good. And essentially, if you know, can't kill them before they do their Roach shenanigans, you know, you're kind of just cooked. So, but cool card in here is the Working Grasshopper. I actually don't know what this card does. Let me look it up. Okay, after my research, the card pretty much is draw X cost card, and X is your combo. So if you are able to pretty much get to a certain combo with 3 play points up, you can essentially draw any card that you need in your deck. Because besides there's a lot of 2 drops and 1 drops, you might, you know, draw something that you don't want. But if you're looking for a 4 cost, 5 cost, 7 cost, or 8 cost in this deck, the Grasshopper literally will find you if you are at that combo. And I think that is very cool. Makes the deck very consistent. Even though it is at a 1-of here, I can see how it definitely has helped in some matches where, you know, you just break your hands, because again, this is a card game, just RNG, and you do get brick hands, and this I think is a good mitigation. So it's also the first deck that I have seen without with the Working Grasshopper, and yeah, I'm gonna say put them to work and get the cards that you need. So very interesting take, very nice inclusions. The rest of the deck is pretty much the same Killer Roach deck that we've been seeing for the past month now, I believe. Yeah, so very, very nice. And again, congrats to MG Smith for taking it down for second. And then third place, we got more of a still mid-range Abysscraft. In here, labeled it as hybrid because it can kind of go each way, but again, mid-range is kind of hybrid. Mid-range fundamentally is able to step on the gas or step on the brakes and apply and be defensive whenever they need it. So hybrid, mid-range, same thing. So yeah, I think this is a very, very nice deck, and I mean the Vuelas in this deck is very nice, different from the actually no, they had Vuelas also, but I believe, yeah, the Devious Lesser Mummy is in here for a little bit extra storm, and then everything is pretty much the same. Yeah, at this point, you know, we're far into meta that the deck lists don't really change too much. There's one or two cards that are a different inclusion, such as the Undead Soldier, which is a nice inclusion, but it could have been a budget option. So, yeah, there is a third place hybrid mid-range Runecraft, or Abyss, sorry. And then Runecraft, the one thing that I want to highlight in this build is Lilanthem, and I think this card is just like an absurd broken card against the right matchups that literally cannot deal with it. Being able to, if the player played the right and has the earth rights to pretty much continue to have this on board, it's just a ticking time bomb. You're just gonna lose, because taking 5 or an evolved swing every single turn is just the death of you. And I mean, leaving cards on the board in this game is just the death of you. And this card is just the literal, like, embodiment of winning the game. So, it might, you know, it's not a card that you just slam down and wins you on that turn, but it's definitely a card that will win you the game if you, you know, allow it to and stay the course and don't die. So, other than that, it's pretty standard. Not much is too different. Kind of just seems like more of a board control-y build, and I think he's more focused on controlling the board overall. And yeah, still Spellboost room. So yeah. And for the rest of the deck list, it was literally nothing different. All we had was Runecraft Sword, Abyss, and one Forest Craft. No Dragon, no Haven. I mean, that just goes to show you, like, how much faith these players had in those decks and why they didn't bring them. So, yeah. Overall, it was a great tournament. If you are trying to join us in the monthlies, we have them every last week of the month, and entry is $20. More people that we get, the bigger the pricing. Pricing will go down to 4th place, 5th place. You know, again, depends on the attendance, but you could sign up here on the website in the events when I do update them for this month, and join us in the Discord, and, you know, come and try and be the best. We want you to come in there and play against some of these great players and rep your clan, rep your team, and just continue to improve and join a community that will push you to improve also. So, with that being said, please do leave a like, subscribe if you guys would like to see some more videos, or if you guys have some ideas of what you would like to see on the channel, please do drop it in the comments. Other than that, I will see you in the next one with the gameplays or any other discussions I have planned and cooked up. And yeah, see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.